Welcome to Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine. I'm your host, Jill Jardine, Master's in Counseling Psychology, professional Western and Vedic astrologer, psychic healer, and yogi. In this episode, I'm going to teach Sanskrit mantras for a new year. 2023 is here, and the auspicious way of welcoming the Gregorian New Year and the Lunar New Year, which arrives on January 22nd, as well as the astrological New Year on March 21st, is to chant Ganesha mantras. Stay tuned to the end of the episode when I teach you Ganesha mantras to remove obstacles. Welcome to the episode on Ganesha mantras to remove obstacles. I have done many Sanskrit mantra episodes before, but here we are. It's a new year, 2023, and it's time to chant to the remover of obstacles in the Vedic teachings, Ganesha, also known as Ganapati. Ganapati Ganesha is the remover of obstacles. For any new endeavor, it is quite common in India for a Ganapati or Ganesha puja, which is a spiritual ceremony, or here in the West, we can chant Sanskrit mantras. Also, it's good to do these Ganesha Ganapati mantras for any new endeavor, starting a business, getting married, moving into a new home, the beginning of a new year. And as I mentioned, we have 3 chances to start our new year right. At the January 1st Gregorian calendar New Year, at the Lunar New Year every year, which comes when the sun transits in the sign of Aquarius from approximately January 20th to February 19th. It always occurs at the new moon in Aquarius, which can happen anytime during that Aquarian equinox. In 2023, it arrives on January 22nd. And then we always have a time to start anew at the astrological New Year, which is when the sun goes into the sign Aries, and the beginning of the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere and the autumnal equinox in the southern hemisphere. In 2023, it arrives on the 20th of March, and the new moon in Aries is on the 21st. So 3 opportunities to have new beginnings. And so I've taught Ganesha mantras in 2 previous podcasts in 2020. Go check it out. Introduction to Sanskrit mantras and Sanskrit mantras to remove obstacles. And I want to remind listeners that Sanskrit, chanting in Sanskrit, is the yoga of sound. It's a vibrational experience of sound. And you can either chant mantras out loud, which will bring about the physical effect, or you can say them softly to yourself, as in a whisper, or you can meditate on them. So a little bit about the science of mantras. Mantras are tools of power and tools for power. They are formidable, they are ancient, they work. The word mantra is derived from 2 Sanskrit words. The first is manas, for mind, and the second syllable from the Sanskrit word tre, which means to protect or free from. So mantra. So mantras are to free the mind and help us to get into a meditative state. Sanskrit, the language, has been called Deva Lingua, the language of the gods, or the mother of tongues. And so when we chant in this root language, we will work with subtle energy potential represented by the hundreds of chakras that there are in the etheric body, or the 6 major chakras that we know about, and the 7th crown chakra. Speech is the essence of humanity. When we engage in sacred speech, we can remove obstacles and bring in all kinds of benefits. Mantras are energy-based sounds. Mantras create positive thought energy waves. Mantras are tools of power and tools for powers. Mantras will help us dig out karma or crystallize thought patterns. Mantras are like energy, like fire. You can use fire to cook your lunch or burn down the house. It's the same fire. Mantras have been tested and or verified by their original framers or users, usually sages or seers of the mantra from ancient India, which originally they could have been transmitted orally or on written records such as palm leaves. Mantras energize prana, which is a Sanskrit term for life force energy. And as I mentioned, ideally, we chant to quiet our mind and allow ourselves to connect to the divine. Now, the Ganesha energy in the Vedic teachings is the remover of obstacles. And as I said earlier, it's very auspicious or good luck to chant Ganesha mantras at the beginning of anything new. So in Sanskrit, Gana means power. Pati means spouse. Another name for Ganesha is Ganapati. So Ganapati is the spouse of power. And when we chant to Ganesha, we'll discover that we are on a route to personal power attainment. Also, when we chant to Ganesha, we activate our energy centers or chakras. In the Vedic physiology, Ganesha resides just above the Muladhara chakra at the base of the spine. And this is where the ego resides in humanity. So when we start chanting to Ganesha, we can get out of ego consciousness and into spiritual consciousness, but we also allow the Kundalini Shakti located at the base of the spine to rise. This is our divine life force. So I have several Ganesha mantras today to teach you, and each one can help in a different influence in your life. The standard or classic Ganesha mantra that I've taught before in the previous 2 podcasts on removing obstacles is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And I suggest you chant it at these opportunities, such as the Lunar New Year on January 22nd, 2023, and at that astrological New Year on March 21st. So the first mantra, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, comes from the Ganapati Upanishad, which is an ancient Vedic teaching. And we can do this before beginning anything new, a new course in school, a new career or job, entering into any new business contract, or upon starting a business at the beginning of a new year. And this will make sure that impediments are removed and your endeavor will be crowned with success. Here we go. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha 27 times. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. 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 Lately, a lot of people have been telling me that they want a Sanskrit mantra to remove negativity, or they may think that there's some energy in their home or around them, or that their partner may have an entity. Or that they just want to clear things away. And there's a great Ganesha mantra for that. That is Om Shakti Ganapataye Namaha. So that's to clear things out of your field that may not be beneficial for you, or out of your home or your environment. And it's also to give you some positive energy. Om Shakti Ganapataye Namaha. 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 The next Ganesha mantra that I'm going to teach is Om Vigna Nashanaya Namaha. This will invoke the remover of obstacles, Ganesha, to remove every impediment in your life and your works. By chanting this mantra and constantly knowing this mantra, all obstacles and blocked energy in you is released. This is also very practical in healing blockages in your body, specifically along the spine, to free up the Kundalini Shakti path through your body. So this is great if you feel like you have a physical blockage in your body, you don't know what it is. If you actually do have some spinal or muscular skeletal issues, this mantra can be seen as healing in some ways. Om Vigna Nashanaya Namaha, another Ganesha mantra. Om Vigna Nashanaya Namaha. 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 The next Ganesha mantra I want to teach is Om Bala Chandraya Namaha. In Sanskrit, Bala means the forehead center. Chandra means the crescent moon. Bala Chandra means that chakra from where the nectar or soma drips. This is the secret of all healing. It's got a connection to Shiva. Identifying yourself with the truth and feeling constantly that you are carrying the crescent moon, the symbol of growth and nectar and peace. So Om Bala Chandraya Namaha is actually a healing mantra. It's got a connection with the third eye or the Ajna chakra. Therefore, chanting it may activate the siddhis or magical abilities of a third eye center that is functional and operating. So the mantra is Om Bala Chandraya Namaha. It goes without saying, it may also help the moon in your natal birth chart because of the name Chandra, which is for the moon. It does have part of the moon mantra in it, Chandraya Namaha. So join me in chanting Om Bala Chandraya Namaha. 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 So many clients and listeners ask me how they can become more intuitive or tap into their higher wisdom or into the spiritual realms. Well, there's actually a Ganesha mantra for that. And that mantra is Om Gaja Karnakaya Namaha. This mantra will help you. The ears of Ganesha, the elephant deity, are constantly fanning, which means people may talk a lot, but you are not receiving insight anything other than what is important. Sort of like what goes on in our media. There's a lot of talking, but like what is the truth and what's important to hear? It also means that you can sit anywhere and tune this cosmic television, which is our body, with 7 chakras or channels and all 72,000 nadis or subtle pathways in the spiritual physiology. You can tune those into any sphere or what we call loka, which means realm, and be able to hear ancestors, angels, the voice of God. This is the kind of inner ear you will develop through chanting this mantra. So not only will it help you with clairaudience, but also clairsentience, clairvoyance, claircognitives, all those special Siddhi powers or magical abilities. Join me in chanting Om Gaja Karnakaya Namaha. 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 I hope you enjoyed this episode on Sanskrit mantras to launch a new year, Ganesha Ganapati mantras to remove obstacles. Make sure you subscribe, download, share, and give us a 5-star review. This is Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine signing out, sending healing mantra vibrations through the quantum field. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye